It's the undisputed heavyweight championship of the beverage world, a clash of titans that has defined consumer culture for over a century. Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. This isn't just a choice at the soda fountain, it's a declaration of allegiance, a rivalry steeped in history, marketing genius, and billions of dollars. For generations, these two giants have battled for supremacy, leaving an indelible mark on our taste buds and our world. From the soda shops of the early 20th century to the global stage, their fight for the top spot has been relentless, creating one of the most fascinating stories in business history. But has a clear winner ever truly been crowned? The debates have raged in school cafeterias, office break rooms, and family barbecues for decades. Today, we're ending the argument. We're embarking on the ultimate deep dive to definitively answer the question, which cola is truly king? We're not just scratching the surface. We're going all in, creating the most comprehensive, no-holds-barred comparison you've ever seen. Our investigation will be fought on multiple fronts. First, the all-important taste. We're reviving the legendary blind taste test, but with a modern twist to see if people can really tell the difference when the iconic branding is stripped away. Can Pepsi's sweeter, citrusy kick dethrone Coke's classic vanilla raisin profile? Then we'll follow the money. We're breaking down the price and value proposition. From a 12-pack at the grocery store to a fountain drink at the movies, which brand gives you more fizz for your buck? But it goes beyond that. We'll explore the powerful psychology of brand loyalty. Why do we feel such a strong connection to a simple can of soda? We'll dissect their most iconic marketing campaigns to understand how they've captured our hearts and minds. And we're not stopping there. We'll dig into the history of the Cola Wars, including the infamous New Coke disaster and how it became one of the biggest marketing blunders and comebacks of all time. We're even hitting the streets to hear directly from you, the consumers, and we've brought in experts to weigh in on the science of flavor and the art of branding. The results of our extensive testing are in, and trust me, the final verdict is not what you'd expect. One brand has a secret weapon in its arsenal that could change everything you thought you knew about your favorite cola. This is the showdown you've been waiting for, and we need you to be a part of it. If you're ready to see these two titans clash, do us a huge favor and hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel and lets us know you want more epic comparisons like this. And to make sure you're the first to see our final verdict and all our future money-saving deep dives, click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's get down to the main event, the moment of truth that has fueled a rivalry for over a century. The taste. It's the ultimate showdown, a battle fought not in boardrooms, but on our very own taste buds. We're going to break down exactly what happens in your mouth when you take a sip of these iconic colas, and the results might just surprise you. Now for what you care about most, the taste. Let's start with the challenger Pepsi. In blind taste tests, the immediate reaction is almost always about its sweetness. But it's more than just sugary. Pepsi is often described as delivering a burst of citrusy flavor right at the front, which gives it a zesty, lively character. It's also described as smoother and a little less fizzy than its rival. This is by design. Pepsi uses citric acid, the same kind you find in lemons and oranges, which contributes to that bright, fruity note and a less aggressive carbonation feel. It's a bold, upfront flavor profile that makes a strong first impression. On the other side of the ring, we have the heavyweight champion Coca-Cola. Take a sip, and the first thing you'll notice is the powerful fizz. Coke has a sharper, more robust carbonation that delivers a distinct bite. This is thanks to phosphoric acid, which provides a tanginess that cuts through the sweetness. Flavor experts often point to more complex notes of vanilla, and even a hint of raisin in Coke's profile. It's a less immediate, more layered experience that unfolds as you drink, delivering that classic sharp fizz and slightly vanilla aftertaste that has defined the brand for generations. This fundamental difference is the key to understanding the legendary Pepsi challenge. Surprisingly, many tasters choose Pepsi in a sip test. Why? It's a fascinating psychological phenomenon. Our brains are hardwired to get an instant rush from a quick hit of sweetness. Pepsi, with its slightly higher sugar content and upfront fruity flavor, is engineered to win that first impression. It's an instant gratification flavor bomb that lights up the pleasure centers of our brain. But here's where the plot thickens. When drinking a full can, more people prefer Coke's balance. That initial, powerful sweetness of Pepsi that wins the sip test can become overwhelming, almost cloying, over the course of a full 12 ounces. It's a concept known as sensory-specific satiety. Basically, your taste buds get tired of the same intense flavor. Coke's flavor, with its acidic balance and more subtle vanilla notes, is what many describe as more refreshing over time. Why? That sweetness hits hard at first, but Coke goes down smoother over time because its complexity keeps your palate engaged. So the choice really comes down to what you're looking for in that moment. Do you want the immediate sweet citrusy rush of a Pepsi, or the complex, sharp, and enduring refreshment of a Coke? It's a fascinating case study in flavor science and consumer psychology. But enough about the science, we want to hear from you. The ultimate decision is yours. Quick question. Which side are you on, #Team Coke or #Team Pepsi? Drop it in the comments. Let's see who wins this showdown. While you're deciding, let's look at the tale of the tape. Pepsi's higher sugar and citric acid versus Coke's phosphoric acid and complex flavor notes. You can see the clear difference in strategy. One aims for a knockout first impression, the other is built for the long haul. It's a masterclass in product design, with each formula perfectly crafted to appeal to a different aspect of our sensory experience. Next up, the value showdown. In the US, here's what you'll pay on average. Coke, 12-pack cans. $7.49 to $8.49. Pepsi, 12-pack cans. $6.99 to $7.99. Yes, Pepsi usually undercuts Coke by about 50 cents to $1 per pack. Not a huge gap, but over time, those savings add up, especially for families who buy soda weekly. Let's break down what these savings really mean over a year. If you're buying a 12-pack of Pepsi every week instead of Coke, you could save between $26 and $52 annually, enough for a movie night or a special treat. Multiply that by every soda drinker in your household, and the numbers add up fast. These small differences, shown in the animated charts, highlight how smart shopping choices can make a real impact on your budget. Over time, even a few cents per can can lead to significant savings, especially for families or anyone who buys soda regularly. That's the power of paying attention to price, and why it's worth comparing your options every time you shop. So, after diving deep into the history, the science, and the cultural impact, we've arrived at the final verdict. Which cola truly reigns supreme? The answer, as you might expect, isn't a simple one. It splits into two distinct paths, each catering to a different kind of soda drinker. If you're someone who chases that timeless, classic flavor, a taste that's woven into the fabric of global culture and offers a deep, long-term satisfaction, then Coca-Cola unequivocally takes the crown. It's more than a drink. It's a piece of history, a comforting constant in an ever-changing world. Its flavor is a carefully guarded secret, but its profile is one of subtle complexity, with hints of vanilla and spice that reward the discerning palate. But if your palate craves an immediate zesty punch of sweetness, a bold flavor that makes a statement from the very first sip, and you're keeping a close eye on your wallet, then Pepsi is undeniably your champion. Pepsi's strategy has always been to be the bolder choice. It has a higher sugar content and a distinct citrusy, almost lemony burst that Coca-Cola lacks. This is the secret weapon that has historically given it an edge in blind taste tests like the famous Pepsi Challenge. That initial sip is designed to be more impactful, a rush of sweet, bold flavor that grabs your attention immediately. It's a brilliant strategy for a single tasting experience, and it often comes with a slightly more competitive price tag, offering better value for those looking to maximize their refreshment budget. But here's the multi-billion-dollar question. Are we really just tasting the drink, or are we tasting the brand? The psychological component in the cola wars is arguably more powerful than any flavor profile. Our brains are wired for loyalty. The iconic red of Coke is associated with tradition, family holidays, and a sense of comforting nostalgia cultivated over a century of masterful marketing. It's the real thing, because its branding has made it a fundamental part of global culture. This was proven in the most dramatic way possible during the infamous New Coke disaster of 1985. After losing the Pepsi Challenge for years, Coca-Cola reformulated its recipe to taste more like Pepsi. In blind tests, people loved it. But when it hit the shelves, the public outcry was immense. People didn't just want a better-tasting cola, they wanted Coke. They had an emotional connection to the original formula, proving that loyalty and identity can, and often do, trump taste. In response, Pepsi has always positioned itself as the challenger, the choice of the new generation. Its vibrant blue branding and rebellious spirit appealed to a desire for something different, something modern. Choosing Pepsi can feel like a small act of defiance against the establishment. And the battle doesn't end with the cola can. When you choose a side, you're also aligning with a massive corporate empire. The Coca-Cola Company is a beverage purist, also owning brands like Sprite, Fanta, and Minute Maid. PepsiCo, however, diversified into snacks, owning Frito-Lay. That means every bag of Doritos or LAs you buy is a vote for the Pepsi empire. The war is being fought in every aisle of the grocery store. Looking ahead, the front lines are shifting once again. The real growth is in the zero sugar market. The battle between Coke Zero Sugar and Pepsi Zero Sugar is fiercer than ever, with both companies constantly tweaking their formulas. We're also seeing an explosion of flavor innovations, from cherry and vanilla classics to new, limited edition releases, all designed to capture a new generation of drinkers. As consumers become more health-conscious, both giants are heavily investing in bottled water, iced teas, and sports drinks. The ultimate winner of the 21st century cola wars might not be the one who sells the most cola, but the one who successfully adapts to a world that's looking for more. At the end of the day, it's less about one brand definitively winning and more about the deeply personal preference that drives our choices. The beautiful truth is that there is no single right answer. The choice is a small reflection of who we are and what we value in a simple moment of refreshment. And the truth is, this debate will never truly end. That's precisely what makes Coke versus Pepsi the ultimate, most enduring consumer showdown in history. It's a conversation that has spanned generations and will likely continue for generations to come. And before you go, let's make this video the ultimate battleground. Smash that like button if you're a die-hard Coke fan or a proud Pepsi supporter. Let's see which side dominates the likes. More importantly, the ultimate decider is the comment section. Drop a comment below right now. Are you Team Coke or Team Pepsi? And tell us why. Was it a childhood memory? A specific taste test? We want to hear all the stories. If you want more deep dives like this, subscribe to Consumer's Choice Top 5 and hit that notification bell. Next week, we're tackling another epic debate. You won't want to miss what can give you the most bang for your buck. And finally, we've laid out the facts, the history, and the science. Now it's your turn to be the judge. Share this video with that one friend you always argue with about this. Post it in your group chat, tag us on social media with your verdict, and let's settle the debate once and for all. Consumer's Choice. Top 5. Smart, savvy, and always one step ahead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.